Meghna, over to you. You can start the program now.
Good morning, one and all. I welcome our today's guest, Mr. Sandeep Garu, our director, Sir Mr. Ramireddy Garu, and Mr. Raghavendra Garu, our principal, Mr. Jayan Reddy Garu, our vice principal, Mr. Ravi Garu, our headmistress, Mrs. Ramasudharani Garu, teachers, parents, and my dear fellow students. I'm Megan of 10th standard. We are glad to attend this webinar. We students are making our Saturday more effective as students teaching weekend. Every Saturday, we get a chance to showcase ourselves. So nothing can be started without the remembrance of Almighty who created this world. So let's start our program by a Saraswati Sloka by Pallavi of 9th standard. Pallavi. I request Pallavi to start this program.
You and unmute yourself, Pallavi.
All of you join your hands. Close your eyes. Ya Kundendu Tushara Dhavala Ya Shubhra Vastrambita Ya Veena Varadanda Mandita Karam Ya Shweta Padmasanam Ya Brahmachyuta Shankara Prabhudipim Devai Sada Pujitam Saman Padu Saraswati Bhagavati Nischesya Jadyapaha.
Thank you, Pallavi. Now we have an inspiring song by Pavani of 9th standard. I request Pavani to come forward.
యత్నమే స్వయత్నమై దైవమంచు సాధకం ఇదే ధ్యాస పదే పదే మనసునందు నిలపర ఇదే ధ్యాస పదే పదే మనసునందు నిలపర జేయ మార్గమందున ధ్రువుని వోలెనుండుమ సాధనా పదములో సతతము నిలుగుమ దాగకుండ ఆగకుండ నడువు ముందు ముందుకు జేయ దీపకాంతిలో సాగి పొమ్ము ముందుకు ఇదే ధ్యాస పదే పదే మనసునందు నిలుపర తోడు రాకపోయినా నీడలేకపోయినా దారి చుట్టూ చీకటి దట్టముగా నిండిన గట్టి గుండె బలముతో పట్టు వదలి పెట్టకు జేయ దీపకాంతిలో సాగి పొమ్ము ముందుకు ఇదే ధ్యాస పదే పదే మనసునందు నిలుపర మోహపాశములను త్రెంపి స్వార్థమును జయింపుమ ధ్యేయమందు ఐక్యమంది ధీరుడవై సాగుమ వెనకకు అడుగేయకుండ నడువు ముందు ముందుకు జయ దీపకాంతిలో సాగి పొమ్ము ముందుకు ఇదే ధ్యాస పదే పదే మనసునందు నిలపర పర్వతాలు సాగరాలు పెను తుఫానులడ్డిన ప్రళయ జంజులెన్ని లేచి పైకి పైకి వచ్చిన ఎదురు తిరిగి పైకి దూకి కదిలి పొమ్ము ముందుకు జయ దీపకాంతిలో సాగి పొమ్ము ముందుకు ఇదే ధ్యాస పదే పదే మనసునందు నిలపర ప్రయత్నమే స్వయత్నమై దైవమంచు సాధక ఇదే ధ్యాస పదే పదే మనసునందు నిలపర ఇదే ధ్యాస పదే పదే మనసునందు నిలపర.
Thank you, Pavani. Now we will have a Subhashitam from Lahari of 9th standard.
కూరిమిగల దినములలో నేరములెన్నడు గలుగ నేరవు మరియా కూరిమి దశంబైనను నేరములే తోచుచుండు నిక్కము సుమతి. తాత్పర్యము: ఒకరితో ఉన్నంత కాలము వారి మధ్య ఉన్నను కనబడవు, కానీ ఆ స్నేహము చెడిన వెంటనే ఒప్పులే తప్పులుగా కనబడుచుండును. మాది సహజ గుణము అని మది శతకమునందు బద్దన తెలిపాను.
Thank you, Lahari. Now we'll have a story by K. Navyasri of 10th standard.
Morning everyone, I am Navyashri from 10th standard. I am going to say a story. The Wise Man. Once upon a time, there was a wise man. People have many problems about themselves, so they want to solve their problems. One day, people have been coming to the wise man, complaining about the same problems every time. One day, he told the joke. Everyone laughed and laughed. After a couple of minutes, he told the same joke. Everyone laughed. When he said the same joke for a third time, no one laughed anymore. The wise man smiled and said, "You can't laugh at the same joke again and again. Then why are you crying for the same problem always? Everyone will have problems in life. We should move forward. Worrying won't solve your problems." Moral of the story: worrying won't solve your problems. It will just waste your time and energy. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Navyasri. As you all know about cybercrime, which have been increased in this lockdown period, as our friend Shashank has chosen this topic to be aware of this cybercrime and also want to tell few precautionary measures to us.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Session-1. I am from 10th standard. Today my topic is cybercrime. Cybercrime is a criminal activity done by using computers and internet. This is including anything from downloading illegal musical files to stealing millions of dollars from online bank accounts. Cybercrime is also including monetary offenses such as creating viruses on the other computers or posting confidential business information on internet. Perhaps the most prompting form of the cybercrime is identified theft, in which criminal uses the internet to steal the personal information of other users. Two most common ways this is done by through pinching and farming. Both these methods are lure users to fake website that appears to be illegal, where they were asked to enter personal ID and which includes phone number, password, bank account, and your credit card number, and other personal information. And this broad scope of criminal activity, example are only one of the thousands crime are considered cybercrimes. While computers are made our lives easier, it's unfortunate too that people also taking advantage of this. It's a smart way to protect ourselves by using antivirus, spyware blocking software, and being careful when you're entering your personal information. Top 10 cyber crime prevention tips. Step 1. Use strong password. Step 2. Secure your computer. Step 3. Block spyware attack. Step 4. Protect your data. Step 5. Secure your mobile devices. Step 6. Secure your wireless networks. Step 7. Protect your personal ID information. Step 8. Avoid being scammed. Step 9. Call the right person. Step 10. Inform to the cyber crime police. And I want to mention one thing. Especially girls, be aware of this.
Shashank, you have a PPT? You have wanted to present something? Shashank? Yes, ma'am.
So, thank you, children. A very good morning to all of you. I'm glad to introduce you our today's guest, Mr. Sandeep Chittimalli. Mr. Sandeep Chittimalli is an MTech and has completed his MS in US. He is an experienced data analyst, data calibration and validation expert, and independent contributor to Science and Society. His work accomplishments include helping NASA and USGS to reduce the uncertainty in some of their products, achieving milestones in analyzing various spacecraft data for aquatic applications for NASA. He currently is in IT domain to learn new advanced technologies. He has also actively engaged himself in various accredited forums in the area of his work and contributed ideas to related science communities through various social networks. In addition, very soon he is going to start his initial research on dynamic changes in lakes and rivers in the state of Telangana. Above all, he is participating in Project Athena freelancing work on COVID-19. He is also a writer and is interested to participate in various competitions. We are happy that he is a proud student of our school. We wish him the best. Handing over to our guest speaker today, Mr. Sandeep Chittimalli. Mr. Sandeep, you are on.
Thank you so much, Dornala garu, like for giving an introduction of me. And I see Jana Reddy sir and as well as my math teacher are here. I'm still scared of seeing my both teachers are here. The reason being, like, I think it's almost like 4 to 5, maybe like 8 years. I think like after that, like I'm seeing both of them. And thank you so much for inviting me to this meeting as well. So let me share my screen and give some presentation, and so that like I'll go forward from there. I'm not going to bore like in any of the student here. Let's take this in a smooth way and like very funny way, so that like I want to make these Saturdays very nice and an enjoyable day. Not like I'm making someone to study something. I hope like all you can see the screen. Yeah. So the thing is like, first of all, I'm glad to see this, like, even during this COVID-19, overcoming of all these circumstances, like, all the students, do they have mobiles, computers, they're like trying to show their interest to attend this meeting. First of all, that shows like, how students are like interested to attend this. So I'm going to talk about the fundamental skills as your basic need. So like, why the fundamental skills are required in our life. The thing is like the fundamental skills, when I say fundamental skills, like they are what you learn like basically in your school, and what you learn around you, like, whatever you see, like, around you, like, what you learn from there, and how school helps you to success, to get success in your life. I'm sorry, like there is a problem. Yeah. So like already Sudha Garu like already gave me an introduction of me, but so like basically I'm Sandeep Chittimalli. I'm a former student from the same school. Currently I'm living in the USA, and the right side like it shows like my family, and what I do here, like as already mentioned, like I'm a versatile engineer, doing all the crazy stuff in the analytics world, and I'm trying to solve the complex algorithms in the analytics using the maths, like whatever I learned at school. Let me stop this and like close it and open it back. I see some kind of lines are coming here. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Somebody has written lines on the screen. It is getting recorded. How to change it? Just, yeah.
Okay, it makes sense now. Like either like there's something wrong from my side.
No, it's from the audience.
Okay.
Children kindly avoids, scrubbing or touching the screen. There is a blue line. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Sandeep. Please avoid
That's
writing. Somebody has written blue lines. If you can, erase it. Please check your own mobile or computer and see that. So sorry for the inconvenience. Please go ahead, Mr. Sandeep. Please go ahead.
so today's agenda is going to be we all know the answer, but like still I want to mention about this, like why we need to go to school, and then like why one must carry fundamental skills throughout their life, and do we need to maintain accuracy and precision to get success in our life, and the current situation, and everyone know we are all fighting, and use the current opportunity and be more productive as what all you are already doing today. Use online resources wisely and more in a positive way, and learn how to ask in your life. Definitely you're gonna success. So as I say, like, do we need schooling? Is that requirement, or is that required at all in our life? Okay, let's watch a video. Maybe we will understand a little bit.
We want to do well at school for an obvious reason, because, as we're often told, it's the primary route to doing well at life. Few of us are in love with the A grades themselves. We want them because we're understandably interested in one day having a fulfilling career, a pleasant house, and the respect of others. But sometimes, more often than seems entirely reassuring, something pretty confusing occurs. We come across people who triumphed at school but flunked at life, and vice versa. The former stars, who once knew exactly how to satisfy their teachers, may now be flatlining in a law office or relocating to a provincial town in the hope of finding something better. The path that seemed guaranteed to lead to success has run into the sand. We shouldn't actually be surprised. School curricula are not designed by people who necessarily have much experience of or talent at the world beyond. School curricula are not reverse engineered from fulfilled adult lives in the here and now. They were intellectually influenced by all kinds of slightly random forces over hundreds of years of evolution, shaped by, among other things, the curricula of medieval monasteries, the ideas of some 19th century German educationalists, and the concerns of aristocratic court societies. This helps to explain the many bad habits that schools can inculcate. They suggest that the most important things are already known, that what is all that could be. They can't help but warn us about the dangers of originality. They want us to put up our hands and wait to be asked. They want us to keep asking other people for permission. They teach us to deliver on rather than change expectations. They teach us to redeploy ideas rather than originate them. They teach us to respect people in authority rather than imagine that in rather inspiring ways no one actually knows quite what's going on. They teach us everything other than the two skills that really determine the quality of adult life: knowing how to choose the right job for us and knowing how to form satisfactory relationships. They'll instruct us in Latin and how to measure the circumference of a circle long before they teach us these core subjects: work and love. That said, it isn't that all we need to do to succeed at life is flunk school. A good life requires us to do two very tricky things: be a very good boy or girl for 20 years and simultaneously never really believe blindly in the long-term validity or seriousness of what we're being asked to study. We need to be outwardly entirely obedient while inwardly, intelligently, and unashamedly rebellious.
So if you see the video, um, if you see the video, so school is the best place to learn basic things. Like, it's not making you to prepare for the world, or it is not making you to prepare for the industry, but like it is a startup, where you can learn few things. And also, it is a place where you can learn the discipline, where you can um, build your foundation that is required to your life. And you need to be always take a positive, you need to be always in a positive manner, and always help you out. And there are always the teachers with you, who helps you work to get success in your life. So in the school, whenever you listen to a class, or like when you were listen to your concept, be clear, why we are listening that, and why what is the useful of that application. So why one must carry fundamental skills throughout their life. So when you learn something at school from books, don't think it is useful just for the same day, or don't be like you are reading just for sake of exams. You are going to use every piece of knowledge that gain at school in your life and your career. And I must say that, every day that you're going to learn, and every day you are going to use that. Think beyond books. Like, just don't, when maths are teach us something, don't say okay, a plus b whole square is only useful just to execute that in the exam. Whatever I have read, whatever I have read, that is gonna just useful for the exam. Don't think that. And don't get stressful when you get lower grades or lesser marks than the other people, because that's gonna make you stress and fail you in the exams. End of the day, always think what is take home from the subjects. Don't be just in a blind learning the concept and just delivering into the exams. Let me take some examples with some practical examples, some. The thing is, a lot of students, what they do, they learn something, and they don't apply that in the real world. So if I take example of this one, okay, this message, even the message, the image is from made in China. So a simple example to make your father proud. Think that, you went a showroom, and you family decided to buy a fridge, and you're unable to buy which fridge. When you buy a fridge, it depends upon what is the power consumption, what is the quality, what is the words. You look at everything. But in general, our Indian parents, even the normal common people, generally they go for if they want to buy a quality in a cheap, they always go for lesser price. So For example, if you are a student and if you already know the concept of how to calculate the consumption, and if you can show how that is useful in order to buy a fridge to your father, then definitely, your father will be proud. He will say that, okay, my kid has learned something in the school and that is useful today, and I'm seeing that in a practical way. So definitely your father is going to be proud. For example, in the right hand side, like you see, um, so whenever you buy a product in the device, you have two devices here, one with 100 kilowatts and the other one is like 1850 watts. I'm not an electrical engineer and I never done this. I just learned this at school, but it was very late that I learned how to use this in my real life. As I said, I'm not an electrical engineer, or neither I'm not doing an electronic job right now, but still I know how I can use the practical subject knowledge in the day-to-day life. So if you want to calculate how much the energy consumption for this especially device, if you look at the left hand side 1850, so the power consumption is nothing but power into um, the time of number of uses of hours divided by 1000, that gives a consumption. And if you want to multiply that by unit price, you'll get the price per consumption per hour. So this is a basic formula that you can apply in the real life. So for example, if I ask a student what is the power consumption of the bulb that they use in the home per an hour, most of the students are failing in their life. The student to whom I ask, they can be A grade, or they will be A plus grade in their school, but they might be failing in giving a simple answer. So this is the way how we have to learn the things, put in a practical way and apply in the real life. So this is what still I see this is kind of missing in the life. So this is what we don't use in an industry, but still this is helpful for our real world. So example 2. So my maths are here. Sir, if there are any mistakes, let me know. So matrices, which I heard, I think you all at 10th standard have all the matrices.
I'm sorry, Sandeep. Can you disable the annotations participant to, you have an option on the top where you only you can have, because as you are the screen share, I think you can disable that on the top where you have a screen share option above it.
Here?
On the top, yeah, no, right side, you go to the more options, more, the screen share, on the top. You'll have a scrolling now, yeah. When it goes up, yeah, there you'll have more options. You go to the more, there you can disable annotations so that you can avoid disturbance to yourself.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah, anyhow, you please continue. Sorry to disturb. Please.
Yeah. So many of you know, I think the matrices. So when I was at school, I have no clue what are they useful for. So my maths are told okay, this is the matrix A, matrix B, this is the multiplication, and you will get the result. And I don't know what is the use of that. It took me almost 4 to 5 years to understand actually what is matrix. And matrix is a two-dimensional array. And I did not know how to useful, how that will be useful in my life. Is that gonna use to get a job? Is that I'm gonna use to get marks? I had no clue. I thought I will fail. But it took me almost 4 years to understand what they and to be frank, I used only matrices to complete the work that I did for NASA and USGS. That paid a lot of money to me. And even today I'm using the two-dimensional matrices, that where I'm getting high paid salary. Even every IT information technology company, they use matrices. So when you're at school, you just read the matrices and you don't think beyond. I know the maturity of the mind what we have at school is different when compared to when I'm at the engineering student is different, when I'm at the industry is completely different. I do agree that, but student um, at this 2020 students are really fast. They are they have internal resources. They can go beyond the books. They can ask the teachers again and again to say what are the applications of those. And I want everyone to be like that and get more understanding. So the best example, when you take a picture, all we are like the selfies, right? We take selfie, we keep different mouths, we keep different smiling faces. We will be taking a picture and we'll be really happy. And do everyone know that an image is a two-dimensional matrix? So each cell is nothing but is in a digital number. So the digital number is nothing but that is changes the color of the matrix. So for example, let me also show a real example. um, so don't get confused if you look at some program or something. I am trying to show you something. So for example, if you look at the number matrices 100 010 010 if I want to plot using some script language or some computer language, if I run this, can you all see that you will see a binary image? So which are if you see this white are 111 in the principal, and if you see the blacks are nothing but 0. So the numbers are distributed from 0 to 1 and 0 to 1. If I want to plot the same thing with the change in numbers 2 1 2 1 4 5 6 9 10, if you look at the two-dimensional image, you will see the numbers are distributed from 1 to 10, where the lower value is 1 and the higher value is 10. And you see that now the image is completely different because the numbers are the way you go high, the numbers are changing. So when I was taught by the maths are about the matrices, I was never know that I'm going to use in my life, but today that is feeding me. So this is the way how we have to go beyond the knowledge, beyond the books, and need to learn the things. So even the satellite images which I was working at NASA, so most of the images are used to be in the different the colors, and where I used to apply the different formulas to derive some kind of transformations and to derive some kind of energy from the images. So that's what I used to at NASA, and that means whatever I learned at school, that I applied in my career. So many of the students, I heard that schools never prepare the students to get into the job or to get into the industry, but that's wrong. That whatever you learn at school, you might be using some kind of similar small things in school, but when you go to the industry, you'll be doing the same thing but in a bigger manner. Because if at school if teachers makes us to solve big things, definitely we will fail. So the other thing is what you have to maintain in your school, or whenever you get into your the high school or into the industry, that you have to maintain accuracy and precision to get success in your life. You have to be very clear that what you are reading or what you want to do in your life. You have to be very clear. So if you look at the right side, you have and the circles. What you can see there, the low, the accuracy is nothing but for example, if you take a target, if someone is shooting with a gun, if the all the bullets falls into the same place, that's more accuracy and the precision. How if you look at the first image, the bullets are not falling in the target, so that's a low accuracy, but they are all grouped together, so it's a high precision. If you look at the second one, all the bullets are falling out of the circle, out of the target, and also they're far a bit from one to another. So that is low accuracy and low precision. If you look at the third one, it's a high accuracy and high precision. That means all the targets are in the middle. At the same time, all they are grouped together. So this is high accuracy and high precision. And if you look at the last one, high accuracy and low precision, where they are out of falling out, some are falling out of, and some are falling inside the target. So you need to decide in your life, what you need. If you want to maintain accuracy and precision, definitely you'll get success in your life. you need to be like more clear, like what you want to do in your life, and how the school, like how it is going to help. So you need to be very clear, and that helps you to get success in your life. So um, it's been like almost 6 months from everyone, like I'm listening that like everyone is kind of facing the problem with covid and corona. At the same time, corona also got a lot of opportunities, and at the same time, like it brought a lot of industry challenges, and it also like brought a lot of new opportunities, like dealing with the data analysis. I don't want to like deal with the data analysis with all of you, but still it brought a lot of opportunities. So also like we have a lot of time to learn new things, in the school, like you will be really busy with the 8 periods in a day, and doing a lot of other things. So when compared to like school, like in the being in the remote, we always have time to like concentrate on the extra things. you know think this is a temporary phase. Once again, in the life is always about fighting with unknown and learn to overcome the problems. I heard from one of the students, like singing a song that like whenever think that you are in a low position, or like whenever you think like you cannot like if you are completely drowned in the river, like you need to like try to swim. You need to like fight with the world. You need to fight with unknown. So do not think, and once again, do not think these are your summer holidays. Always think, this is a time that where you can be more productive, where you can learn things. Try to take a book. Like you have like maths, science, you have physics, you have like um, uh, but I don't know, like I might like forget the biology, like if you have like, but you have social studies. So like you have like a number of books that you can take, whatever you're interested in, and start doing some experiments. And never get depressed if you're failed for the first time. So like even in this COVID, like if you want to like see like do you experiment with kinetic energy, like what does the kinetic energy does, like what is the tidal energy, how we convert the tidal energy into the electric energy. Once again, I'm not an electrical student, but I still, what I learned, whatever I learned in school, I'm just repeating them. So if you want to like see like how hydroelectrical hydropower I mean like water converts into the electricity, you can do all this in your home, the experiments. So never get depressed if you are failed for the first time. In fact, all great people failed it for in their life for the first time. We all learn doing only by trial and errors and experiments. So even I did the same thing when I joined like NASA. Like I was like failing for a lot of times, and end of the day I could like do something that is like satisfied by my supervisors. So show your skills to your parents, make them happy. Once again, grades are not one decides who you are. So like if you I have seen in my life, like the people who were getting the grade C, like they succeed in their life. So that means like you don't get like you don't stop reading, like you need to like still what I mean is like more be in a practical way, just like reading the books and like just splitting, I mean like omitting whatever you learned in the exams. And use online resources wisely and more in a positive way. So all we are not in 1970s. I have the like when Ram Reddy sir was there, like at the time, like what he has the opportunity of using the internet is when compared to him, like I when I born, like it was in a different time, and when Jana Reddy sir was born in a different time, like we have a different things in our life about the internet and everything. So I have like at least like in an average time I was like using the internet. And back in 1970s we don't have those like opportunities at all, like using the internet. We always like used to get the things from our parents, our like neighbors, friends or something. But right now internet is your friend, like you have like a lot of things that you can learn from there. 1 out of 4 families we have mobiles, computers, limited and unlimited internets. Browse whatever you need. If you don't understand something from books, ask your teacher. To get more exposure, try to see what others opinion on the same concepts in Google. So for example, what I just said about like in the photos, what I said just about the matrix. If you want to like get more understanding about them, just Google it. Like you have just handy like mobile, just open it and try to like Google and see like what are these matrices, what are the useful of them. So like, because for example I heard like what is the screw gauge, and I don't know. I never used that in my life. But the thing is, like, big companies, they use the screw gauge in order to, like, measure the thickness, like, uh, of different, like, the instruments. The thing is, like, I never know, like, until I got the Google, I never know the useful of one, or like an application of an instrument. So watch, if you don't understand, watch video tutorials. If you just, like, go and, like, see, like, what, for example, vernier caliper, I think that we come at like 10th standard. So I learned, like, for example, I learned vernier caliper is something to measure, like, I by hearted something and I have given that in the exam and I got marks, I passed. But like, I feel still I feel that, like, preparing for that. The reason being, like, I never know what is the application of the vernier caliper. So just open the video, like, in the YouTube, and see, like, what is the use of vernier caliper, what are the types that we what are the labels, or, like, types that we have in the vernier caliper. You will get the whole information in the Google. So use online resources wisely, and more in a positive way rather than in a bad way. And lastly, I want to conclude this, like, learn how to ask and then ask, because that is how, like, I'm getting success in my life. If I don't know something, I ask my parents, I ask my friends, I ask my teachers. Lastly, don't wait until the end. If you think, if you are failing, don't feel shy. If you're feeling shy, that means, like, you don't want to open up and you don't want to ask something, and that will be, like, shows, that, because of that, you might fail in your life. Just ask whatever you need to your parents. If you don't understand any concept, check in with a friend. If you don't need something, try to write a letter, learn how to write an email to in a good manner, and there is always someone to help or guide you. So tell what you need and ask and ask. So with this, I want to conclude, and thank you so much, Ramreddy sir, Garu, like, for giving this opportunity. And hope, like, this is not a boring lecture. And I was, like, trying to bring my experience, or, like, try to bring all my uh, uh, the experience at school, what I learned and what I missed, and I thought to share the same thing to students, which will help in their life to get success. Uh, uh, is Ramreddy sir, like, speaking, or, like, I'm just confused?
Yeah, they are coming. Technology.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sandeep. It really inspired all the students and even teachers. Thank you so much for being with us. And I request our director sir to please address. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So first of all, see the time in the screen share of Sandeep. It's 12:30 midnight. My dear all children, it's 12:30 midnight. Now you understood. A student who want to give, who want to learn all the way other side of the globe is ready to give, because he is the one who is an inspired child, inspired student. And when it comes to, I do not want to talk much about it. I want all the students in this, session who are observing to reflect on the thoughts, that experiential thoughts. He has not Googled and, brought some information and shared with you. He has shared the exact experience what he has gone through. So I congratulate, I thank, and I bless Mr. Sandeep to give his valuable time to share. So before I jump into other 2-3 minutes, I would like to welcome today our another director K. Raghavendra Garu, Principal Jani Reddy Garu, Ravi Garu, Vice Principal, Sudharani Ma'am, Sandhya Garu, teachers, all my dear loving kids. You inspire us actually. It is not exaggerating, it is the real things. Always I say, children inspire. And I need not to talk much, because so much very point to point information was shared by Mr. Sandeep. Title itself says, learn, lead, and inspire. So you have to learn. And he was mentioning to get anything, the final quote, ask, ask, ask. All our, education system, especially on our Indian education system, continues with asking questions. You take any science, any philosophy, the student asks the master, response and gives a solution. Patrata we call. We should deserve to get the knowledge. So to get knowledge, we need patrata. For that, so many qualities are there. First quality, our school, motto itself, that Shraddha, the faith. And second, very important thing for any child is curiosity. I want to know more. I want to know more. Because when you know more, you can do more. You can do more. When you do more, the result is obvious. And this is here. Hundreds of children from this organization, from this school, have passed out. They are very successful in their life. But there are very few who want to give back to their institution. Among them, I would proudly say Mr. Charan. He's the one always comes back to the children. I want to give back. And then Mr. Sandeep, he's always in over touch or to me through the other technology, like WhatsApp or phone calls. Always is concerned, sir. I missed few things. I don't want my children to see such a love, such a passion. Then we feel we have succeeded. When we see the children, the student who study and grow, I'm not talking in terms of the material. That is important. How much you are earning, where you are sitting, but passion to give back. In Telugu, it is said, Amma Vadi, mother lab. Amma Vadi. Gudi. Gudi means I'm not talking about religion. There is a place where we reflect ourselves with a higher dimension. And Badi. Badi means what? Vidyalayam, the place of learning. So if these things you are committed, only your growth is constant. And I see this quality in Mr. Sandeep. Always you want to do. Always you want to do. Thank you so much, Sandeep, for your continuous love for the children. And I encourage you, I request you, because he's also joined us with another platform, very interesting platform. And I want you to be one of the very, very first person to give back. We are not asking to give back money. We are not asking to give back for the school development. We want whatever you learn. And everybody knows you get information, you introspect, you implement, then you share. That is the wisdom. So please inspire the children, whatever the way you can. And you, by the way, even other children also start continuing. We want our children, yes, due to the resources, due to the limited exposure, we had some challenges, but always our school, my vision or the school vision is always that our children have to expand. Our children have to constantly learn and grow in the life. And everybody knows we are lifetime learners. In the recent one seminar, somebody was asked, how would you define yourself? Because it was a learning platform. I say, I'm a student of life. Please, I'm repeating, I'm a student of life. We need not a student of one person or one subject. We have to become student of life, constant learning. And one word is, the whole summary is, he was talking continuously about the value that you connect to the subject you are talking. And another important thing, the skill. Because whole life is skill. How skillfully you present to the world. Everything is skill. Skill in action. Whatever you do, very creatively, innovatively, and you present it in a skillful manner. The whole word is, whatever the problem is due to not having the skills, not giving the skills in the education institutions. And our institution is very proud that we are striving our best, all our principal, our team. I would like to bring it to Sandeep. Now, very, we are also not that only our school is doing, we are collaborated with some global standard, international standard experts in giving this technological approach and very scientific, very integrated models. So we are definitely will continue to be the best to the children. And I request, you said not to request me, but I would say that please continue to inspire the children, whatever manner you can see, because that is what gives you a lot of, satisfaction, as you every time mention. And here I would like to mention and invite one special guest today, as loving person and well-wisher, Sri Rameshwar Reddy Garu, He's the educationist. He's got his own schools, number of schools, but he's the president of recognized Telangana recognized schools management association, Medchal and Medchal Malkajgiri districts. Sir Rameshwar Reddy sir, please once if you can show our children, it will be great, sir. So please, Rameshwar Reddy sir, please come on to the video once.
Yeah, good morning, sir. And
Sir, I'm searching for you, sir. I missed you again. Is the video on, sir?
yes, sir.
Sorry, sir. Just
Good morning, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm spotlighting, sir. Sir, please,
Yes.
please respond to bless our children, sir. Bless our children. That's it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. And Sandeep also. Actually, last week we met through Zoom in educating minds and all. It's very fortunate to have with your school activity, sir. It's a great pleasure because the Sandeep what he spoke about the content. School education is not for marks and grades. It is useful for our future. Whatever we are doing, it is very useful to all whatever teachers taught in school education and all. So it is very useful information because he has explained the practical things, how the electricity things and all. Really, Sandeep, you have given a good thought and inspirational speech to students. Students also, you are fortunate studying in Narayana Global School because Ramareddy sir is a great person. Is spiritual, emotional, and technology-wise also he's doing good things. And I am inspired his activities also. Really, you are fortunate children. So it is a great movement by using this technology in pandemic situations. Thank you, sir. Even Sandeep also, you have to come with our school students also in such a way. It is very useful also. Thank you, Ramreddy sir, for inviting me, and I have heard total things what Sandeep and your kids also, students also have given introductory prayers and all. It's a very interactive and good session, sir. I really appreciate the all activities what you are doing for your children. Thank you, sir, for inviting me.
So thank you so much for your wonderful feedback on the session. And as sir is saying, on this occasion, I would openly, because this video is going to be available on YouTube, so I would welcome all my loving ex-students. Please explore yourself, grow yourself, and please join the hands, Mr. I won't say that they are the only special ones. Everybody is special, but Mr. Charan, who is a proud student of me, I would say, is constantly want to give back something to the school. And then Sandeep also added. There are other people. I'm not saying like Teja came, and there are so many people. So on this occasion, I would welcome you all. Please join the hands and let us give something. As you know, from the last 23, 24 years, our school is not a not formal school where we want to make something. I'm not comparing. Every school is great, but still I would proudly say that this school has become like a mission school, like a yagna, where let us make some light out of this. The inspiration which I got through my teachers, the whole world. So let us learn, let us learn, let us learn. As Sandeep said, when you ask and ask and ask, you get all the answers. So learn, lead, and inspire. When you inspire everybody, my dear children, again I'm telling, everybody is diamond. I do not want to say, do this. Just go through the Sandeep's presentation, reflect on it. This video is, however, going to be there, and apply them. The main important thing is application of the knowledge when you apply this. And I'm very fortunate that we have got very motivated, self-motivated, inspiring faculty, teachers, and everybody, that everybody takes as their life mission to inspire the children in the class. So once again, I congratulate all the children, teachers, to organize this beautiful session. So, and thank you
I
so
want
much, Rameshwar Reddy sir, for being. And Sharon, are you there? Sharon?
also like I want to say something, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to give you. Now it's a formal. Yeah, it's today is your day, Sandeep. Today is your day. Yeah. Meanwhile, you can talk.
The thing is like I just want to say to every the student over here, like they are all in good hands. I can say that because the way the enthusiasm, whatever I saw in like back in 2004, 5, 2003, 4, 5, 6 from Ram Reddy Sargaru, like I have the same thing. The facial expressions, the way he speaks, the way like he's dealing with the kids, the ways like he's talking about like the he's thinking about the future of the students. It is the same. I see like all they are in the good hands, and as well as Sir said, like I want like every student to get success in life, not one student in the class. I want all the students to get success in their life.
It's great, Sharon. It's great that you have again reminded them that yes, always we are in the good hands. Only thing is we have to realize it. So everything in this world, everything is world is a teacher. So generally, I always say that nature, the whole creation has to inspire you. So let us inspire each other. Let us share each other. Again, I'm telling my dear children, you people inspire the teachers. Remember this. Yes, teacher first job is to inspire the child to get into, explore into the world, explore into their life. That's what we said. But you remember, we both are in the same boat. We constantly learn that with this I'll end it. Om Sahanavatu Sahano Bhunaktu is not a religious chant. It is the remembrance that we are in the same boat. Let us be together. Let us, see the same. Let us not get confused what teacher wants to say. Let you also get the same perception. There is a deeper meaning, not just eating together, doing work together. So as Sandeep, was trying to connect the trigonometry and all with the higher deeper science and technology, and even the value that you use in the regular life, personal life, same manner, everything is connected. Only thing is that your readiness, your passion. And always I say, always you keep this one word: what next? What next? What more I can do? What else I can do? And see, in the midnight, in spite of his comfortable life there, he has come forward. Now, as a student, I would say first 25 years, just completely you have to immerse in getting the education. Completely. As he said, don't miss, no debt, no distraction. Now it is the time to prepare for life. And then you get into the experimental life. So do not waste time in the short-term, happiness. Always short-term pain is long-term gain. And thank you so much once again for all. This is wonderful. I think Sharon is not here, so over to Sudha ma'am. I think Josna, Jani Reddy garu, are you there? Yeah, please. So I'm unmuting. I'm sorry, the schedule is little changed, out of enthusiasm. Yes, sir. Sir, please, Jani Reddy sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, one and all. Especially thank you, Sandeep Kumar. That wonderful message, students, and very useful. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Over to Sandeep, Sudha madam.
Ravi sir, I want to say something. Ravi sir, please.
One and all, I think our student, I am very proud. I think whenever I'm explaining the matrices, I think may be useful to yours. Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you very
Now
much.
Sandeep is more happy because he is able to see happiness on his teacher face. Very good. Let us continue to inspire each other. Okay, let us now, back to Sudha ma'am. Let's, it's already 20 minutes extra as per the plan. Let us try. Okay, sometime it happened because Sandeep, took us into that, very emotional connection, family connection and all. That's why, I would say our team, I'm sorry that you have broken your protocol because minute to minute schedule, they have sent it, but it happened. That's why, expect unexpected, but make it sure that you are going in right direction. Impact is more important. Don't impress anyone. What impact you give, how you inspire is more important. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all. Thank you, sirs. Especially Sandeep. Thank you very much for being with us.
Joshna is there.
Vote of thanks by Joshna. Joshna of 10th standard. Over to you, Joshna.
Joshna, please, can you switch on the video? We are not able to see. This is the challenge with the technology. We are all first generation people. Please raise hand there. I think some technical challenge, network issue. I think Sudha ma'am, you can complete it.
She's raising hands, sir. Jahnavi and Joshna.
Okay, combined. It is combined. Oh, sorry. Okay, now. Yeah, please.
The way the corona connected the whole world, even the Zoom is connecting the whole world. Like the Zoom is also created by China.
Please start the video, Joshna. Already given to you, my dear. I think they are the, what do you call, twins, right? Yeah.
Yes.
They're not there.
Good morning to all. I thank our today's guest, Mr. Sandeep Garu, for taking out time for us and making us inspired with his words, experience, and achievements. We also thank our director, Mr. Ramaredi Garu, another director, Mr. Raghavendra Garu, principal, Mr. Janiredi Garu, vice principal, Mr. Ravi Garu, Mrs. Ramasudharani Garu, parents, teachers, and my dear friends to make this program success. All of you stand for national anthem. Yes. All of you stand for national anthem. Jana Gana Mana Adinayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya.
Jana Gana Mana Adinayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jaladhi Taranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashish Mange Gahe Tava Jaya Gatha Jana Gana Mangala Dayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.